Hi there, my name is Kronenberg and welcome to my channel. This is one of my opinion videos, kind of doing it on a whim. I thought, why not? So here it is. So I kind of have an idea of what I want to talk about, but as usual I might go off ad hoc, as always is the case. And just before I start, obviously I'll be releasing this in the next week before my Christmas or New Year message, which will be the end of the year. Thank you so much to all you people who've subscribed to me. Thank you. I'm still saying it now and I'll say it again. I never thought I'd get to this point. I mean, it's brilliant. It's fantastic. And it also means that people are enjoying my stuff, which is a bonus. If anybody does prefer certain types, I know some people like Civ, some people like Most Wanted, some people like, film reviews, whatever, I don't know. Okay, so this is about the longevity of not longevity of games, but the games in general overall. So obviously there's a game that I'm releasing every Friday called Ironside, and that game was ended. It's ended about 2 months ago or something like that. But I've got quite a bit of footage, so there's a bit more videos to release. Not many, but there's a few more. So I had loads backed up. But I wanted something else to play that was free to play. So I went into Steam. Obviously this isn't Steam. I've got it here, but I'm not going to log into my main one. So you were kind of like thinking, well, let's go to free to play. I bet there's none on this damn list, is there now? Where's free to play gone? Free to play. So I'll go to free to play, and I'm going to select action games, right? Because that's what I wanted. Now the problem I have with Steam, and also all games in general, is the fact that they always push the main games, which is understandable. It's a commerce thing, and you're not going to push the games that no one ever plays. You're going to push the games that everyone plays. But there lies the problem. It's like, right, okay, so I want to play something new. What have I got? Well, I've got Counter-Strike. Nah. DOT, PUBG, I don't know what this is. Apex. These are what everyone's heard of: Apex and Marvel and Warframe and Delta Force and Rainbow Six and Overwatch and Team Fortress. And then you scroll down and you got some more here. Arena Breakout. I'm looking at games that have shooting finals. And they're the same. I think I scroll down again a bit more. World of Tanks, which is a well-known game. But there's World of Tanks again. Things that would be for me, I don't know if it's free to play, but then you got to look for multiplayer. The problem is, right, with Steam, it's just never-ending scroll forever. You can turn off the scroll, but it doesn't turn off the scroll. Believe me. You think, oh, okay, cool, I've got it, but then it flicks it back again. So it's like, well, this is a waste of time. So then I was like, well, how am I supposed to find another game? Because it's quite hard to find another game based on a game you like. I know if you were to click on Irons, well, it doesn't exist, obviously, because the game doesn't exist. But let me just see if it comes up. Okay, let's do let's do Ark Raiders, right, for example. Or whatever, right? Or Battlefield. So you're into Battlefield 4 and you think, what other games have we got that's like Battlefield 4? So you go in and you go, right, what other games I've got? You scroll down. It usually tells you. More from Battlefield. More like this. Counter-Strike, Call of Duty, Siege, Call of Duty, Delta Force, Hell Let Loose. These are all ones that everybody has heard of. Without being cruel, everybody has heard of these games. If you play shooting games, you've heard of all of the games. Maybe not World of Warships or DCS, because that's probably, I think, that's a flying game. But you've heard of Call of Duty, The Finals, Halo, DayZ, Sniper Elite, Apex. You've heard of all these. So you're like, yeah, that's great, but where are the other ones? Where's the others? If I click to see all, they're the same games. They're the same type of games. Hardly, as there may be one or two, but there's hardly any. They're all the same stuff. And the problem you have then is like, well, how am I supposed to find anything? So I was curious for a start, how. And first of all, the Steam releases. I've found a calendar here, and I've clicked October because we're still in November. And the problem is when you go to the homepage and you come down here at new releases or popular upcoming. They're popular upcoming. How can they be popular if they aren't actually upcoming yet? But what do I know? But there you go. So that you think, okay, these are coming up, but you don't know what's been released, because they might be coming up, but they might be coming up in like 2 decades, because we all know what games are like. Just because they say they're going to come out next week doesn't mean they're going to come out next week. So here it is, October, and this is the problem you've got. So you think, oh, okay, that's not many games. October the 1st, Wednesday, 70 games. 70 games came out on that day. 70. And some of them are free, some of them are cheap, cheap there. Some of them are expensive. Where we got the expensive ones, £8, and I'm in dollars for some reason, $36. And you think, well, October, the Friday there. There's 71, there's 70, there's 39, there's 50. So you've got nearly 100 and odd games, maybe 200 games. I don't know how many came out in October, but you've got loads. So the problem you have with Steam is, yes, it's a portal, but it only caters to the popular games. The popular games. You'll only see the popular games in here. Football Manager, we've all heard of that one. You'll only see the main ones here, usually. There's usually those stuff on for sale, but it's always the same ones. Red Dead Redemption, Ghost, Battlefield 6, Mount and Blade, Spider-Man. Everyone's heard of these damn games. Where's the others? I mean, you have to go in here, the under £7. But even then, you don't find them all. Look, you've got Mass Effect. Everyone's heard of Mass Effect. Wolf Among Us, that's a well-known game. And Command & Conquer. You see what I mean? It's just like, it's so hard to find anything new. You try to find something new and you think, well, I don't want to play anything that anyone's played. Obviously, I want to play something that people are playing if it's multiplayer. But single player, you think, well, I want to play something that's a bit different. Not many people have played it. I'd love to do that for YouTube if I could ever find any. I don't even know how to search for a game that nobody's played, because it's virtually impossible, because I don't think you can. I can't search on YouTube for a game that nobody's released, because it wouldn't be on YouTube, would it? But it's just like, my God. So I ended up in this website called Steam Peak, right? Because I typed it into YouTube, games like Ironside, la la la, and that came this website. I was like, okay, and I scroll down. There's the Ironside game. It doesn't exist anymore because it's got the Steam store, but then when you scroll down, it'll say it's no longer available. So there's Ironside. So if I scroll down, games like this: Apex, RedSec, Arena Breakout. See what I mean? Again, it's the same bloody games. The same games. Halo, Red Dead Redemption, Call of Duty, Warzone. It's the same stuff. Even though Ironside is completely different to Battlefield. Battlefield's more open, more bigger maps. You've got tanks, helicopters, jets. You can be a sniper on a hillside, not see anybody for 45 minutes of the game. Some rounds on Battlefield 4 can last for an hour and a half if you really get into them, like Zavod and stuff like that. Not Zavod, Golden Railway. But Ironside's quick. It's close quarter, it's first person shooters, well, the other one's first person, but this is literally close quarter. You're right next to each other when you spawn and stuff like that. You can have a sniper rifle, but you literally from there to there, it's not much of a difference, where Battlefield might be from there to over here. So they're completely different type of games. But no, all they do is suggest the same ones. So like I say, I come in here and I was scrolling through and I was like, well, what are these? Well, I mean, okay, you could say the old year, but you can go into SteamDB, which tells you I haven't got it set up, the amount of who's playing online at this time, who's playing. But even if you just went for like, let me have a look at some of these here. So you've got, let's have a look, see if we can find a newer one. But yeah, there we go, Black Squad there. Argo. I mean, these are all totally different games. Where are all these? Where are all those in the in Steam? Black Squad. Right, it's only, well, it's Steam achievements. I think it's still online. I don't know. Well, the fact that people are still playing it tells me that the game, oh, so it's pretty much dead. But you've got all these things on here. You know? And if you were to type in, I don't know, what have we got? Let's think of a game. Well, here we go. Battlefield 4. Okay. So Battlefield 4, as I just said, is kind of an open game. So what games do we have? Battlefield 3, obviously, Call of Duty. You're going to get those. There's the Argo comes in. Verdun. That wasn't on the list. Verdun, I think, is still a very popular game. Yeah, still playing it. People are still playing it. It says bots, but it doesn't mean a damn thing to bots. Some bots are actually better than human people. Insurgency, that's still a popular game. There's Black Squad again. I'm not saying that these are all perfect games. I'm not saying that. That's one of my favourite games. Rainbow Six Siege, which obviously we've already seen. There was another one on here. I saw it as I was scrolling my way down. I can't bloody find it now, as usual. They changed the website a little bit since I was last in here. Hell Let Loose. Okay, yeah, but it's still, you know, a bit bigger. Insurgency Sandstorm. But the problem we've got is the fact that, for me, I think there's too many games. I was watching a video a couple of days ago of somebody who talked about monetization and stuff like that. You know, loot boxes, microtransactions, everything in games, because that's where games are going now. And I agree on this one, because when you looked at Battlefield 3 and 4, what you had with that, and I talk about Battlefield a lot because that's what I played a lot of. So with those, you would have the DLCs if you wanted to. You didn't have to, the premium as well. You didn't have to buy these, but if you didn't, you couldn't play the maps. Simple as that. So there was sometimes you wanted a server, but you couldn't play it because you didn't have that map that was in the rotation because it was on a DLC. And then if you get the DLCs, you got achievements like assignments to go for and things like this. But they weren't hard ones to go for to get yourself a weapon or an unlock or something like this. So that was that. And then you come up to the newer games, like the newer games of Battlefield and the newer games of like whatever they are. And it's all microtransaction stuff. So even if it's a free-to-play game, Ironside had it, but you know, it was a fun game. I didn't mind paying for some stuff. You can play these games. You can play these games as they are. There's no issue at all. You can play it. But when you see somebody running around as a robot or something like this, or as, you know, like this person, you think, well, how do I get that? But you have to pay for it. Or somebody's got a lovely weapon skin. It doesn't change your actual gameplay. Even if you got the shortcut bundles, which is, I don't know if these had them, but Battlefield do, you can get bundles to boost yourself up to get all the unlocks for all the weapons. So if you've just bought the game today and think, well, I'm playing Battlefield 4, I've just bought it. Everyone's rank 140, they're not, trust me. But you think, oh, everyone's rank 140, everyone's been playing this game for months or years. Right, I can buy this shortcut of all the assault weapons and all the unlocks. I'll buy that for £5. That's not each to their own. But the problem is nowadays is there's a lot of microtransaction games. I'm playing one at the moment, which I'm not releasing for another month or two. A free-to-play game, and I'm not going to say what it is until I release it, because some people might go, what the hell, what are you playing that shit for? But on that one, it pops up every time you finish the round. Up pops a buy this, buy this, buy this. And I have bought a couple of things, but they're literally dirt cheap. They're not expensive, not like some games. But there's so many things like battle passes now. It's like you buy a game, like this is free, and so is the other game. But you play Battlefield, whatever it is 6 or whatever. But you can buy that, And then you go, right, well done, you just spent £70 on this, thank you very much, I've got the game, great. There's a battle pass. What? Yeah, that's right, get a battle pass. Then you can get more crap. You think, oh, okay, well, I'll have to get that, because that's the only way I can get all the other stuff. I mean, I can get it after I grind for like 4 decades of my life, but I'll get the battle pass, cool. Oh, how about a skin for your weapon? This looks really nice, how about this? Oh, yeah, I'll get that, because my mates are using that one. Well, how about this camo? It really helps you blend in with the surroundings. Yeah, can I get it by playing the game? Yes, but it'll take you 6,000 years. I'll buy it then. And that's what's happening. It's happening with a lot of games. And free-to-play games do the same. Now, with the microtransactions and stuff like that, I get it. But I think it should really be for those free-to-play games. And the reason why is simple. When you buy a game, it's not you're buying a copy. You're not buying the game. When you buy a game and you go, right, okay, I'm buying the game, I'm playing on the servers, and hey presto, I'm buying the battle pass, because that's a bit different. That's a progression thing. But I don't want to buy the microtransactions. You shouldn't be pressured into doing them. I don't think they should be even there in the first place, because you've already paid for the servers by buying the game. And then EA could say, well, how are we supposed to keep the servers? It's like, you earn billions a year, mate. I'm pretty sure you can afford some servers. But the free-to-play games are a bit different, because it's free. You're playing the game, you downloaded it, and you're playing it. You haven't paid a single penny. Now, if you think about it, hosting a server, 1 server, 2 servers, 10 servers, don't matter how many servers you got, costs money. You got to buy it, you got to host it, you got to put the electricity on it, you got to do all that lot. And so when you then think of that, that's why I understand why microtransactions appear in free-to-play games, because you need to have some money coming in to pay for some stuff that you're doing. We see it on Battlefield a lot when you're playing Battlefield 4 and it says, oh, if you want to keep the upkeep of this server going, you can buy VIP. I've got one on, is it the SCS servers? And I have VIP for another 1,000 days or something. But that cost me like £5. Now, the only difference is I don't mind, or £10 or whatever it was, but that's to them. That's giving them, because it don't cost them much to host a server as such in Battlefield. It's per slot, it's not per server. A slot is a person. So I don't mind paying for that, because that also means that if I want to play in their servers, I can just join. Even if it's completely full, I can get in, because I've got VIP, so it just kicks someone out. But if you want to play a game and they're like, well, I really want to play Metro, but it's bloody locked and it's 11 o'clock at night, I can't bother waiting for the round to end because it's 3,000 tickets, I'll just join, kick somebody out, and I won't get kicked because I'm VIP. But I understand that, but not the microtransactions on a paid game. I think that's just greedy, 100% greedy. And it's not just that, it's things like FIFA. I don't play FIFA, but things like FIFA and things like that, where it's just constant. You know what I mean? And you've got to buy these things, otherwise you just can't keep up with your mates. Or if you have a influencer, I hate them fucking phrases. The people on YouTube that they're called influencers for a reason. They influence you to buy something, and even though they say, "Oh, I'm not paid by EA," yeah, about that. Didn't you get flown over to the EA in LA or wherever it is to play on the game before it came out? Yes. Did you get set up in a lovely hotel? Well, yes. So you've been paid by EA? No, they've not given me any money outright. It's like, no, they have. They've given you money, just a different way. So those people, I don't trust at all. That's just me, because they're going to have a biased opinion. They can't go to a bloody hotel on the other side of the world, play a game completely for free, get everything all paid for, their flights and everything, and come out and go, well, that game was absolute shit. It was the worst game I've ever played. Don't buy the game, whatever you... Because they're not going to do that, because they'll never be able to have these things again. So they have to kind of like placate the audience and go, yes, it's a great game, best one in the world. I'll never play anything else for another 4 months, and then I'm going to play another one when I get invited out for that one. So yeah, that's why I don't trust those and the influencers that everyone says I follow so and so because they play this game. Yeah, I get that, but don't just buy the game just because they play it. Play the game because you want to play the game. You know, have a look at other videos all over the YouTube. Other people that aren't big YouTube creators. No, not just pointing at me, but just anybody. Just type it in. Try to find something. It's hard to find, but somebody that's not got like 3 million subscribers, and try to watch one of theirs. And then you might see like the raw footage of a real person who's just joined the game, who hasn't played this game before, and then you think, actually, yeah, that looks kind of shit. I don't think I'd actually want to play that game. But when you're watching a guy that's been playing this game for like months or years or whatever, and they're one of the top in the world or whatever they are, then you'll go, oh, I can be like that. It's like, no, you can't. Not for a long, long time. Anyway, so that's basically what it is. There's not much to it. It's just me talking about games in general. Like I say, this is a good website. Like I say, if you're bored of looking in Steam, and of course it's not yet this Black Friday, but when there's the sale that they always have, you'll notice one thing. On the front page, you will only have the popular games only. They'll all be there. Metro, all this lot, Halo, Battlefield 6, Red Sec, they'll all be here on the front, well, Red Sec's free, but you know what I mean, they'll all be here on the front page, and there won't be any of those small little games that there used to be years ago. Years ago, when they had the Steam sale, it was totally different. Not everything was on for sale. They had little achievements, so you could kind of vote for which group of indie games you want for sale on next, and then those got through, and then you could buy those games and that kind of thing. Whereas now nobody gives a shit about all these games because everyone uses one of these. Where is it? Well, of course I'm not logged in. The wish list. Everyone logs everything into the wish list. I've got like about 40 or 50 in there, and you just leave them there for the sale, and that's it. That's what you do, or you buy them on CD keys or whatever it's called. But that's what you do. You don't go, oh, the sale, I'm going to buy everything on the front page, because you've already got it. Or if you haven't, you probably don't want it in the first place. Like, there's FIFA. Or EA Sports. Is that FIFA? So there we go. That's all I was kind of talking about. It's just like... Just scroll down there. It's just like a kind of... The issue with gaming as general. It's hard as hell to find anything. I've got loads of games on my Steam's library. I've got loads of free games in Epic. I think I've got like 700 in Steam. It's just unbelievable. Some of those I can't play because of certain studios or something, like Capcom, I think, is a major one. But yeah, I've got them all. Am I going to play them all? Probably not. But I am trying to work my way through them all. Which is why you get, just plug in my own channel, these awesome games called Darkness Ahead. It's just no, just don't bother with it. Just watch my video and you'll understand what I mean. Just don't bother with it. What we got here under game reviews? Cute Cats, that's not bad. Children of the Isles, okay. I think I've got that on my wish list. Blueberry Gardens, a bit of a weird game. Burnout Lane, I've actually got the developer replied to me on that one. That was kind of cool. This is not too bad, and this is just shootout games. And obviously I have my films and stuff like this, but you know, it's each their own. So I thought that was on 51 games. It's 51, number 51. So there we go. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed watching this video. Give me your thumbs up if you did. Leave a comment below if you think about the games or saturations or whatever it is that you think about, or even just say thank you so much for producing such awesome content. Keep it going, guy. Keep it going. You're awesome. Best in the world. Here's some money. Don't get any money. I've got a coffee thingamajiggy, but that's it. And I've said before, and I'll say it again, if I hit 1,000, I still don't make any money, but I'm just grateful for anyone that likes my stuff. And if I get 1,000, I get that little placard thing, I think. And if I get that placard, you know, the YouTube sub thing, then I'll grab a screenshot of it, you know, a photo. But that'll be an achievement in itself. But there you go. Okay, well, thank you and goodbye.